inner workings of the type. So remember we talked about the holy idea, the lost aspect. So we talked about holy truth, but there's actually holy unity and holy truth. So the 8, the aspect that they're most sensitive to is the truth of the unity of everything. So that's what's underneath this, is they know the truth of reality is unity. And coming into the world, the experience that they have is a sharp and harsh division of that unity, bringing us into the awareness of the duality that we're mostly aware of in this world. And so that harsh separating force leaves them with the experience of lost innocence. So that's the hidden thing about the type 8. They also have a really direct line to innocence. We saw it a little bit in the demo coaching with Jessica. The flavor and the feeling of the innocence was there. We didn't speak the words of it, but we could feel it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what's going on with the 8, is the innocence has been lost, and they are pissed. Rightly so. Think about your reaction to when we harm the innocence. We usually think of innocence in children. When we harm that innocence, the rage and life force that comes up to protect that in every one of us, that's where this energy comes from. So because of that loss and division and separation and kind of the just brute harshness of it, their core belief becomes, to survive in this world, you must be strong. The weak don't survive. So their attention moves to weakness and power. So they've got their arm looking for where's the power, and they react to weakness. So part of the intensity is that enjoyment of power. So their passion, we see it as lust. And lust is more, bigger, better. They have a broad expansiveness, and the lust can become very addictive qualities, can often show up through the lust. I'm looking for the fixation. Vengeance is the fixation. So that's the mental quality in the response to this harsh loss of innocence and betrayal. They experience that as a betrayal. Their mind seeks vengeance as the retribution for it. We saw it a little bit in the 2s panel when they told me, you're going to pay. That's that feeling. You're going to pay. The characteristics of the type are big and bold and brash and loud and fast and exciting and harsh and mean and cruel. So it spans. It's a big, expansive set of characteristics. Caring, protective, takes you into that big embrace and keeps you safe. They're often known for protecting and working on behalf of those who are weak and in need. They will come to the aid and defense. They have a huge reactivity around justice. Truth and justice are really close in the 8. And so they are looking for people to be truthful, be honest, be in integrity. They react if justice is crossed, if truth is crossed, and their reaction is a flash of anger. The defense mechanism that holds us all together is called denial, because they don't see a lot of this. I actually prefer the term obliviousness, because it gives you the sense of, it's just, they have kind of a thick skin and they just don't notice the stuff that sometimes you want them to notice. So yes, denial, but you can kind of access it a little bit better if you think obliviousness and thick skin. Anything else about the 8?
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the defense mechanism to put a little more shape on it. So you can think of denial originally as a denial of my own vulnerability as an 8. So I deny that I have vulnerability, and I also can't see my own level of intensity. So I'm not actually aware of how intense I am. The other thing that I have to be in denial of to keep the ego structure together is how my intensity is impacting others. If I saw that all the time, it would be very difficult for me as an 8. So I deny my own level of intensity, and I deny the intensity impact on the people in my life.